Blast me too, Scyphos! It's time for the Mad Merlin's Warhammer 40,000 Imperium Journey. Issue 39, Part 1, Lore, Build Guide and Paint Guide. Hello and welcome back to the Mad Merlin's Imperium Journey. So we've come to issue 39, and with that we get our second Cataphron Destroyer. We'll have a closer look at him in just a sec. But on the front cover we can see what we actually get. So we get one miniature plus its base with this issue. So we get the Grav cannon armed Kataphron Destroyer. So we learn about the Blood Angels in a new short story. We discover Forge Worlds, and we have a brand new mission to play through. So we are coming close to the end of the war for Scyphos. So we're in the critical last moments, and as the magazine will reveal, it's endgame. But let's have a closer look at the inside, and let's close look at our model. So first off, we've got his 60mm round base for him to be mounted on. Nice, plenty of space to add some extra detail as well, which will be handy. And here we have our Kataphron Destroyer number 2. So the frame layout is a little different, but the components are pretty much the same. We do have a few different different details for the heads and some of the servo arms. We also have a totally different engine setup. We've got a double exhaust on this guy. I think the previous one had a single exhaust which went downwards, and the other one's got a different one yet again. Like I said, we got different head options. So we got one with a trio of eyes there, and I think that's our breacher one there with just a single eye. We've also got the breacher armor, which we won't be using. We got our tracks and all our weapons as usual. And the bodies are slightly different as well. They got obviously different fittings and posing. I think one is angled more to the right, one to the left, and the one we've previously had is more straightforward in how he sits. But other than that, he's going to go together just the same as our previous destroyer. Moving on then, let's have a look at our magazine. So, issue 39 then. Inside we have the Scyphos Endgame Theatre of War. So I'll try not to do too much on the spoilers at the bottom, because there is story information on how the events will play out depending on who wins. So we've got Into the Swarm, a Blood Angel short story, and Minor Forge Worlds. Building and painting our destroyer. Fight phase and morale phase, core rules, and stem the tide. So, Scyphos Battle Zone Endgame, the battle for Bastion Primus. Despite the best attempts of the Adeptus Mechanicus and their allies to halt the Necron advance, the walls of Bastion Primus have been breached in multiple locations. As the Necrons press towards the Imperial Command Center, the defenders prepare for a climactic battle for Scyphos. So this just covers the basics on what's been going on the past 20-ish issues. The battle for Scyphos. So the Necron legions that we're facing. So we've got war engines like the Reanimator, HQs like the Royal Warden, the trans-dimensional infiltration by the Dolmen Gates. So, and this is falling to pieces. What a surprise! So that's the spoilers. So basically, here we just have the different forces in place: the Ultramarines, the Adeptus Mechanicus, and the Necrons. And we play the mission. Outcome of mission 17 will impact how mission 18 plays. So when you have played through the battle, record which army was the winner. So The winner will become the attacker for the end game mission pack in the next pack, and the loser becomes the defender, and then the overall winner. So here we have our victories for the Necrons or the Imperials. So I'll just push that off to the side, so we don't spoil anything for when we come around to our mission. So Into the Swarm is a short story featuring the Blood Angels versus the Tyranids. So we've got Captain Carlane and his Terminators facing off against a horde of Genie Stealers. And there's Captain Carlane himself. Nice little short story, seeing how the Tyranids interact with the Blood Angels. Pretty cool. And then we're on to our new information for our Forge World. So Triplex Foul, Forge World of the Eastern Frontier. Rather nice black outer robe, cream fatigues with a red inside of the robe. That's pretty cool, and yellow trim. Deimos, so for those of you knowing of the information of the Horus Heresy, Deimos was the key producer of the Rhino chassis. One of the earlier versions was named the Deimos Rhino. So Deimos has become the Forge World that provides mainly to the Grey Knights chapter now in the later days of later days of the 40k world. So if you have a Grey Knight army like I do, it might be a good idea to paint your tech priests up in the I think it's like a sea green turquoise sort of colour. It's pretty cool. Then we got Voss Prime, who are red and yellow, so I'm guessing they are connected to the Howling Griffins by the red and yellow split. If they are, I'm not seeing it. My eyes are playing up today, looks like it. Even with my glasses on, I can't see. No, can't see. And then we have Gryphone for the Lost Forge. So the tale of Gryphone 4 is a caution against the prideful and stubborn tendencies of the Cult Mechanicus. Yet this is a warning unheeded even by those of the Forge Worlds who escaped its doom. They remain determined to prove the might of Gryphone 4 and will seek a new planet upon which to build that which they have lost. Moving on then, we've got our build guide for our Kataphron Destroyer. So we've got the additional components, part 13s, which is on a previous frame, so hopefully you've kept those. Word of caution about clipping, building into sub-assemblies, and then removing paint from the contact points when we finished painting. So the tracks build together much like the previous one. The only difference is our engine. We've got a more upright exhaust here, which sticks onto the back plate. Then we've got our torso. So yeah, his head is looking a little bit more towards the left here. So we use a set of the tri-eyes to face this way. I'm going to do, as I'm building these both at the same time, this one and the next one, I'm going to see if you can interchange the heads. So that might give me an idea on how to make the others I have in my spare collection a little more unique. But it's going to be put together much the same way as the previous one. This time we are giving him the Phosphor Blaster with a servo arm, as he's going to be armed with the Grav Cannon. So I didn't realise where part 46 went on the previous Grav Cannon I built, and I haven't actually built that on. That's what I get for just building it by guesswork. But now I've got this guide, I can go back and correct my mistakes. And painting our Destroyer much again like the last one, only we have the added bonus of adding texture and wash of non-oil to our base. So yeah, glue tracks to the base, then base the model using Astrogranite and non-oil and refer to issue 38 if you need help. So that's our tracks, and that's our finished gallery. So that's it for this issue. I'll be back with part 2 with the latest mission, and I will be we're getting to the nearly done stage of the Cataphron Destroyers, so I will be showing them off, but I'll save that for when we've got all 3 in issue 40. So all what's left for me to do then is to thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, share and subscribe. It will help the channel out greatly. Also be sure to check out my Buy Me a Coffee page, where I'll be posting unique content, especially to people who support me there, and anyone who does. The support will go towards helping run the channel and making it better. I'll be able to get some new equipment and definitely improve my filming game, hopefully. But all in all, thank you all again for watching, and I will see you next time on the Mad Merlin's Imperium journey for more mad content. Goodbye.